Right. So this is why I really don't like Virginia, man. Or this new society that's based on weakness. So I was the shift manager at Relly's for the last week, and I quit that job because the girl lied on me and tried to get me fired anyway. Because that's what these people do. I don't understand, why do y'all do this stupid ass shit? Somebody that comes in there better. But this is how it's always been for me every day, everywhere. I worked myself up. When I first came here to Virginia, I was homeless. I had no degrees. I had no skills. The only job that I've ever had before I came here was at McDonald's. That was the only job that I had to my record. You places would not hire me here. You wouldn't hire me. I was on the street trying to get myself off the street after my car crash, after I lost everything from my car crash. After the lawsuits, and you people wouldn't do anything for me. You wouldn't hire me, you wouldn't do nothing. I went to school while I was homeless. Full time while I was homeless. Finally got the job at Doughboys. The only place that's ever really done anything that treated me right. I would take myself down to the YMCA while I was camping. While we had a nice little spot, I would go wash myself. Before it was the Warren's Gym. That's where we used to work out and wash up at. Then we take our showers. Then we go down to the YMCA. Long story short, over 7 years. From 2014 to 2021. I worked myself up to now. Where I'm the top of the field. I have the degrees. I have all the certifications. Certifications to be on ships. Now all of a sudden, none of that matters now. Now all of a sudden, because I come and I have this confidence, I'm arrogant. Now all of a sudden, because I have all these things, I'm too much. Now all of a sudden, because I have all these things, none of that matters, right? See, the work at that... So I just left this one job for the interview. For lead. Mom and pop shop. That's why I like those places. I hate corporate. Corporate has become so dumbed down that they have that you have to be specifically very, very stupid to work there. And then you get into a corporate establishment. They want to hold your hand because they're used to hiring all these stupid ass people that are just brain dead. They want to hold your hand like you just some idiot. I like mom and pop stuff, places, because they based off your qualifications, they go off your skills. And like this man told me, you are an American icon. Yes, I am. I worked my way from homelessness, from nothing, using certain programs, using certain things to get myself to where I am. All while surviving that car crash, and still, after 10 years, still financially, mentally, this is why I don't drive. Because I still have that crash was so bad. The blood and just seeing the face and the flesh ripped up is still a nightmare unto me. So I don't drive. I feel safe. It's better to ride a bus because it's big. And if it was to crash, my chances of surviving and not being hurt like that will be higher. But for here, or if you don't have a car, you don't have money, or you're not qualified to do anything. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You people here are so stupid. Because what I've noticed, you people with cars can't even afford your cars. The girl just got her car repoed. You need to go take a bus, sweetheart. If your car is getting repossessed every damn month, you need to give it up and take a bus, sweetheart. You need to get on a bus. Find a cheaper way. Until you get back to that point. That's what we did. And not to mention, I'm still paying off lawsuits. What's your excuse? On top of that, student loans. What is your excuse? But see, that people try to take that away from me. Because I was never supposed to come up. Ever. And now all of a sudden I have this story and you niggas want to take that away from me. See, this is why I'm very picky with my jobs. Because one, I want to be around my own people. But what I've learned here, that my own people are horrible. Horrible people. And being around them has done absolutely no benefit for me. Working for black businesses, those are actually the worst businesses I ever worked for. The last black-owned business I worked for, he wouldn't pay nobody. He wanted you to do all this work but wouldn't pay nobody. But he made sure to let you know every day, I build it. Working for black folks is something else, man. I can't. Working for black folks and with black folks is something else, man. I can't. Now I go in here with the white folks and they're rolling out red carpets, decorated. Oh, you're an American. Yes, I am an American icon. Because how many of you can lose everything once, twice, 3 times, and do it 3 different times? How many of you can fucking do that? Tell me. But yet you people are consistently want to take away my accomplishments and my achievements and downgrade them because you don't have any of your own. That's why I can't be around too many niggas, because y'all are not righteous people, man. Y'all talk about this righteous stuff. You go to these dumbass churches and you're just as horrible as the rest of them, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all waste people's time. Y'all don't have no time frame here. Time doesn't even matter no more. Everything that once mattered in the society no longer matters. And you wonder why people don't take this shit seriously no more. Because who should? You people are jokes and clowns. You're clowns and jokes. You're people that shouldn't be in positions that you're in. You shouldn't. I'm surprised half of these people even have a damn job, as dumb as they are. These menial jobs. And you need to be trained to do a menial job. You need to be trained to drop fries into a fryer. This is a really stupid society, man. A very stupid society. I've never seen such. And I've been all over, from fine dining to hospitality, construction, to working on marias, to working on docks, to working in warehouses. I do anything that pays the bills. That's why I have all this experience and all these skills and all this wisdom. Because I can go in any field. I'm not afraid to attempt or try anything. It is you people that always try to disqualify somebody because we have more than you. Or you don't have a car, so you can't do construction. What? That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Because my mama has a whole house with acres of land. And you know who cut that grass? You know who cut that grass? You know who pillaged those grounds? You know who maintained that lawn? Those acres? I did. With no experience. Just a little boy. I am so sick of people with nothing. No skills, no talents. Trying to take away my achievements from me. And then when I say something about it, oh, you're unruly. Oh, you're not a good worker. I come from a family of militants. We have a militant approach to life. I walk down the street, I have this energy, this intense energy, like the GM told me at rallies when we had this conversation yesterday after the girl and the man she was sleeping with made up all these lies against me so she could give him my job. So she tried to get me fired so she could give the man who she's sleeping with my job. And they both just got out of prison. And see, this is what you niggas do. This is why nobody wants to be around niggas, man. Because how the fuck are you supposed to be around your own people if you can't even succeed? I'm going to go where the fuck I can succeed at. And if I can succeed around the whites, that's where I'm going to go to. Because I have tried for years to succeed around you niggas. And you just won't let it. You won't let nobody get past you. Instead of you working hard to get higher up, you stay at the same level and you won't let nobody get past you. So essentially, you stall everyone else's growth because your black ass can't grow. No. Nuh-uh. Not my story. Not all the things I've done in this damn life. Not the things I've done in this life and the things I've accomplished. Now, I won't let nobody take that away from me. You have to do it over my dead body. I will slit you into pieces before I ever let you take that stuff away from me. You niggas want to take everything that money can't buy, that you just don't have. But y'all got all this money, right? You got cars and money, right? I have money, I just don't have a vehicle because I'm afraid to drive. I'm still petrified from that car crash. That doesn't mean I don't have money, and it damn sure doesn't mean I'm not qualified to do jobs. Fuck out my damn face, nigga. But see, that's the stuff that you people use to make yourself seem better, when in actuality, you're just as menial as the rest of them. That's why being here in Norfolk has been a horrible, horrible experience with you niggas. At every level, man. From the bottom of it to the top of it. You niggas are just horrible, man. Horrible. And no wonder you don't want to call yourself God's people. Because that means you're going to have to actually act like God's people. And you niggas don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to act like God's people. Y'all want to be just like the heathen. But I tell you what, the heathen knows God's people. And the heathen, you know, and that's sad. That's sad. People always ask me, you always look so angry. But I'm not. This is just how I look. And because someone doesn't come to your face and get, you know, you people are so, the people here are so brainwashed. So brainwashed. It's because you don't go into their face and dance like Carlton and and jump around and oh, you're angry. Oh no, some of us are just serious. Some of us take life serious. Some of us take everything we do very serious. Some of us take time serious. Some of us, we have schedules to keep. We budget, we manage, and we discipline our time. Just because you don't do that, don't put that bullshit off on me. So now we got to go to the white folks. I'm done with you niggas. We got to go to the white folks, and I'm still going to rise above you niggas. You niggas that have tried to keep me down here. You've tried to keep me down, and I talk so much about all these things the white man has done. But since I've been here in Virginia, it's been you niggas that's been trying to keep me down, not the white man. The white man is responsible for what he's done, but you niggas keep it going. You keep it going against your own people. You keep it going against your own fucking people. You are despicable, disgraceful. And it's not all the black people here, but the ones that are in power, those are the horrible ones, because that's why they're there. That's why they're there. That's why they're there. That's why the white man put them there, because he knows that they're going to go against their own people. And that's what you do. But I want to be in a place that respects me off the things that I have done, my credentials, that respects, that looks and says, you know what, you did come here with nothing. You had nothing on this resume. And within 7 years, you have built this resume to a top 10 resume. You built yourself. That is an American man. A self-made man. There was a time a self-made man was recognized and decorated, and he was glorified. Now a self-made man is villainized by you. Is villainized by you people who can't even make a sandwich. That's why this world has to burn. And we will always win. The righteous always win. Because despite that car crash and despite all those things, I have still been able to maintain a life, bring myself up out of homelessness, bring myself up out of drug addiction, bring myself up out of all these mental constraints that were put upon me from my families and all these different, and you niggas. But nobody gives glory unto that. You give glory unto the bullshit. You give glory unto the drug addicts and the drug dealers and the murderers and the killers and the ass-shaking sluts that get on TV and shake their ass. This is what you people glorify. But when it comes down to hard-working, righteous people, you despise them. And you wonder why God is destroying your life. And you wonder why. But this type of energy, this intenseness, this boldness is offensive to this brand new society, because they're all weak. And because you don't go around and dance like Carlton, and snapping fingers and you got little balls on your head and little whatever you call those damn things that wear those with the little balls on their head. They used to dance for the king. Because you're not one of them, all of a sudden you're angry. Oh, you're a racist. You're this. You're that. Fuck you, niggas. And that's why a lot of our own people don't want to be around our people because of the shit we got to deal with. Give all praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because at the end of the day, look at me. Look how beautiful I look. We always win. We consistently win. Period. And I'm confident. When I lacked confidence, when I was timid, when I was shy, when I had no knowledge, when I didn't know anything, everyone wanted to be my friend because you wanted to use and abuse me. But now I'm way above that, and I will not let you use and abuse me. I'm the problem. Fuck you. Fuck you. And I'm sad to say that it's a lot of my own people who are very, very horrible people. 2/3 of us. It seems like that 2/3 number, though, is a lot more than just 2/3. It really does seem like it's the majority of our entire race that's just this horrible. Or maybe it's just Virginia. You niggas are just weird as fuck and stupid here. Maybe it's just Norfolk. Maybe it's just because this is a plantation state and you're still a bunch of plantation niggas. Maybe that's what it is, but I don't know. Because I know they're dumb in Ohio too. So maybe this is everywhere. But either way the wind blows, it's sad that people got to live like this and navigate around you motherfuckers because you hate, not only do you hate your own people, but you hate yourselves to such an extent that you have to project that hatred on somebody else.
So, you got another cigarette, bro? Hey, look, and black people are the Indians too. I hear you spit the knowledge.
Yeah, it is,
whenever you do your research, type in black Indians.
I know.
Yeah, he tried to say.
I'm a Hebrew. I already know all that stuff.
Oh, you're Hebrew. But
I'm just saying that a lot of our own people.
We ain't the Israelites, though. We ain't crossed the Red Sea. We always been here. We never went to Africa and all that stuff. So we never crossed the Red Sea, so that's not us.
Some of us did.
Look, we are Israelites, but the way they put it, it ain't right. Over here was Egypt. America is Egypt. So ISIS, this was the house of ISIS. So Israelites is Ra, and El. That's Israel. That make us ites. Israelites. ISIS, Ra, and El. And if you go to the Grand Canyon, they got their temples sitting in the Grand Canyon. This was Egypt before the Egypt in the Middle East. That shit Hollywood.
I already know this. We got pyramids in Ohio. I know. I know this stuff, but we were all over the earth. That's what I'm saying.
But we the people, we not the people that crossed the Red Sea though. We the people that always been here, and they invaded us and stole our birthright and say we came from somewhere else so they can keep our land and our birthright and our resources and our assets. We ain't never crossed the Red Sea. So that's why I be trying to tell
the Northern Kingdom did it. The Southern Kingdom did. We're the Northern Kingdom.
There's some other people.
Because
but us here?
Yeah, we're the Northern Kingdom of the Israelites. The Southern Kingdom did. Because they crossed into Iran. There were slaves in Arabia, Iran. Mm-hmm. Then they went into West Africa. And then the Hamites, the West Africans, sold them, some of them, to the European. That's how some of them got here. Right. But a lot of us were already here because we were already in the Northern tribe. Yeah, all that stuff.
And what make you an Israelite?
Because you fit the curses of the scripture. That's it.
So
when you were the children of the descendants of those people, that's who you are.
Oh, what people?
Of the people that were slaves. Because that's the thing that separates Israel.
But who town was this? Who made the Israelites? Do you know that? Well, like, why are you claiming Israelite? Like, who made this? Who running it? Who sold on top? Who do you like? Why do you call yourself like? Because
Jake, you got to go all the way. This is why I say you got to. This is why I tell a lot of our people.
But
you gotta,
Jacob is Yaqub.
You got to go all. That's what they see. That's that Muslim. That's a lot of these doctors come right out of Iran and Egypt and Kemit.
Scientists. Yeah, they big head scientists.
And they're liars. That's a lot of that.
They're lie too. Yeah.
They're liars. And again, then you have Ephraim. You have them niggas that caused a lot of problems and a lot of corruption. So again, When it comes down to the Israelites, only our people fit the curses that the Israelites went through.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. Color, skin, that's all bullshit. Not bullshit. It's bullshit to an extent, but it comes down to the curses. Simple.
And the curses is from black people. The Moors put us where we at now. The Moors did this. They told us it was white people. It was the Moors, bro. All right, so look, they had some slaves from Mongolia, right? They catch up Mongolian. They took over that whole shit in Asia. The black Moors from Europe. They took them as captives. When they invaded us in 1492, they bought the Mongolians and they usurped us and said the Mongolians is the Native Americans. That's why you see ICE. You ever heard of ICE?
Yeah, I know.
That's why ICE scooping up the Native Americans.
Yeah,
because they from somewhere else.
You can figure. I know that. You can track that all down to 1st and 2nd Kings. 1st and 2nd Kings speak of all of that. That's why we don't claim them. That's why I don't deal with the Moors and none of that. That's why.
Yeah.
But this video was not about. It was about how my people, being here in Norfolk, are the worst people to try to come up with. They're the worst people. They're fighting against because they have that plantation mentality. That's what I was talking about.
They came over here first. This is the first spot they came.
I know this.
Yeah. But look, y'all right on the Israelite thing, but y'all gotta know it's Isis, the queen of heaven, mother of earth. Her tomb is in...
That goes back to Kemit in Egypt and all that stuff. Kemit, Lebanon, Canaan. Remember,
the curse of Canaan.
Our father Moses went in the land of Canaan and killed them Canaanites for that very same reason, them fallen gods. We don't do that ISIS bullshit because that I know exactly where all that goes back to. Like I have the books, all this stuff. I know exactly where all that goes back to.
But you can't believe everything in the book. You gotta highlight inside knowledge and knowledge for your family and knowledge. You can't just have the knowledge from the book because that's how they trick us.
Well, I have the Spirit too. See, the Holy Spirit.
That's what I said, inside.
And then on top of that, I know how to connect with all of my angels. This is sorcery. This is witchcraft. This is our magic.
Yeah,
this is our
blood
power.
Magic, money magic, and sex magic.
That's what it all is.
That's all it is. Babylonian magic.
Yeah, but it's actually really ours. But they took it and converted and perverted it. Everything. So because of that magic and through the spirits, that's how you get access to the universal archives that's not in books. A lot of the books that I read are the books that were hidden and cost $4,000 or $5,000 for anybody to just get.
Yeah, I read esoteric.
And so that tells me that because that book costs so much, there's something in that book that needs to be.
But that's how the devil play too, though. But look, you on the right track. You got a lot of knowledge. We'll be talking for hours and shit. But hey, bro, I understand. I don't do the deity thing either. But that's why we are Israelites.
Right.
That's the whole reason. Is because we descendants of Isis, Ra, and El. I understand. The stuff you talking about. I get that. I don't worship none of them either. But we are. Remember, they took our shit and they used it against us. We children of Isis, Ra, and El. We children of the sun. That's Ra. Isis, you gotta do your research. The Black Madonna, that's where they get Jesus from and all that shit. Jesus is Isis. They ain't had no J's back then.
I know.
They just created the J's.
That's why I say
it was Isa.
That's why I say all that stuff comes out of Egypt and Canaan.
This Egypt.
This is a spiritual Egypt. This is another form of Egypt.
Over there is the Hollywood Egypt. This the real Egypt, bro. You got to go to the Grand Canyon.
Oh, I've been there.
That's why I said artifacts in Grand Canyon.
Artifacts are all over the earth.
Because they took it from the Grand Canyon and spreaded it out, bro. So you'll never know. That's my word, bro. Do your research on the Grand Canyon. We never left, bro. That's why they call us Israelites, because we children of Isis, Ra, and El. It say Israel, and we Israelites. But,
Yeah, because if you've been to Nigeria? I have. If you go to Nigeria, they call us Jacobites.
Jacobites. See, we ain't come from Yaqub. Like in the Bible, how they say Esau, we Esau. They switched it and said the white man was Esau. Okay. Esau got his birthright taken by his brother because he sold it to him for a bowl of soup because he ain't believe God gave him a spiritual inheritance. That's Esau. Esau is us. We went through the same thing Esau went through. Jacob is the supplanter. He the usurper. They call us Jacob, so we'll never know who we are. We not know Yakub. We not know devil. Jacob is the devil. Jacob's ladder is the 33 vertebrates in your spine. That's what Jesus is in us, the Holy Spirit. And like I said, Jesus is Isis, and we the children of Isis. Yeah, bro. The 33 vertebrates, that's why Jesus died at 33. It's the 33 vertebrates. They talk about the Kundalini rising and go up to our pineal gland, and we get the Christ consciousness. That's why people say, oh, I'm Christian, oh, I'm Christ-like. Christ-like is a way of thinking, it's a consciousness. Once you get the Christ-like, that means your Kundalini shot up to your pineal gland and can't nobody trick you. You can walk anywhere, you can see the enemy. You know where it's at, you know where you came from, you know who you are. And all that shit a trick, bro. It ain't nothing about no people. It's all energy and stuff within us. Like the moon, the sun, all that shit inside us, bro. The morning star, everything we see out here in the universe is inside of us. We on Earth, but it's an Earth inside of us. We got a universe inside of us. Anything that's happening on out here is happening to us in the inside. That's why they wanted to give us the coronavirus shot, because our corona was rising to the top, and once the corona rise, your Kundalini rise, and you be awakened. And when you awaken, the gods have awakened, because you are children of Isis. And if you are children of Isis, you are God and the goddess on earth. Not saying that you the prime creator, the source of everything, the all, but you are God because you come from that source. Right. They trick us. But yeah, bro. Peace.
Yep.
Love, light. You know, and just remember when you cross the Red Sea. You know. All right, bro.
But yeah, like I was saying, I came up from homelessness, and we did all of this through the Spirit and through the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the God we serve. I let that go on so everyone can hear and so everyone can see that these are the type of doctors that are being put out here, because everything that man just said was wrong, completely wrong. Because all that stuff he was speaking of goes back to those pagan gods of Egypt. And that was the main thing, that the reason why our father put us in slavery in Egypt, because we were worshiping Isis and the sun gods and all these different things. Then we came out of Egypt. This is why I can't deal with niggas, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. But this does go down to the Moors, because the people talked about the Moors and all that stuff. Those Moors were horrible people that did horrible things. But all that he said, you got to scratch all of that. Because we're not children of ISIS. That is some bullshit. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But this is what they do. They take a little stuff and they mix it in there with the truth. So I say to my people, this was really about how hard it is to come up here among black people, because of what the evilness that is in them. And that's why I just find it, that's why I quit jobs so often, because that vibe, I go off vibes and energy. And if I go into a place and that vibe and that energy is not there, I'm not going to be there for long. I'm not going to be there for long. And this is the type of place that they don't care about your skills, your qualifications, your talents. They only care about how long you've been somewhere. But you employers are horrible people. You employers waste people's time. You employers don't tell people the truth. You employers don't pay people their proper money. So why would anyone stay? I will walk out immediately. Period. And that's what I wanted to get down to. I kind of hate when people interrupt me and interrupt my stuff, because now they're kind of. But I just left it go, so all this can be recorded, and everyone can see that this is what I come across every day. Just some of the stuff he was correct on, but we are definitely not children of ISIS. Some of us were definitely here as people, but a lot of us did cross the Jordan, because that would be denying everything that the Most High said. And that's one thing I don't do, is I go against his word. I don't use my own opinions. And this is why I tell people, I hate people who say, well, I believe in this, or my opinion is this, because all of those things are not yours anyway. They're the white man's. So you believe in what? Because that's his. Your beliefs is his. Your mind is his. Your heart is his. Everything that you is his. Until you get away from that, until you get away from everything he is, that's how you can find yourself. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your things you think you know are not yours. And that's the hardest thing I come across, because I see the world for what it is, not the way I want it to be. I see the world for how it is. And it's hard when you have those glasses on, like that movie. I forget the name of that movie. They See, or they and them, whatever it is, they see. When you put those glasses on, it automatically separates you from everybody else on the planet. Immediately. And then those are the same people that try to pull you back into confusion and delusion, like we're the children of ISIS bullshit. You know, that's that shit. I am not a child of a fallen God. I'm sorry. I serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That is my God. You group with something that the Muslims created, that's something. Why he sold his birthright, but he also tried to take his birthright back. And that's what it all comes down to. Period. They are Edom, we are Jacob. But I didn't even want to talk about any of that today. Today was a rant about how hard it is in Virginia, the stuff you got to deal with your own people. But I guess the Most High did that for a reason, because this is what I have to deal with every day. You know what I'm saying? And they really, you know, the people who haven't, they really would sit there like they have all the answers. And that's the shit that kills me, man. You can't always trust the book. Yeah, the ones that are hitting, they're hitting for a reason. The ones that cost this amount of money, they cost that type of money for a reason. The ones that when you can go out and get your angels and they get you to the universal libraries, you see. Some of it, what he said was true, a lot of it was not. Oh, people know that I'm just not making shit up. I just don't be making shit up. Like, these experiences be so real. Everyone, y'all all saw the last video. Y'all witnessed how he just, first of all, he came up and he asked me for a cigarette. I don't like that. I don't like that because there's one thing God's people don't do, and that's beg. That's beg. That's one thing God's people don't do. Matter of fact, he even says that. He says, it'd be rather for you to die than to beg. That's how serious he is against begging, because he takes care of his people. And if you out here begging, then basically you're essentially saying that the God you serve is worthless. Because why can't he support you? Why can't he take care of you? That's why God said don't beg, because again, it's about how he looks. So if you're begging, then that makes your God look useless. And that's the point of it. See, and your God would be no different than the white man's God, just useless. And so, him to come up and interrupt my entire thing with some bullshit, talk about children of ISIS and the sun gods. Remember, that was the last video I just talked about. So it's amazing how all that happened, because those are the Kemits, those are the Canaanites, those are the Egyptians. Those are the ones, and they still worship ISIS. They still worship the sun god. They still worship all those same gods that God actually told Moses to go in that land and kill all those people, because they were worshiping these same guys. Those are the same niggas. Remember my last video, or my video on YouTube, I broke all this down. I know who all these niggas are. So I broke it down. And you can go watch that video with, it talks about, what was the title of that video on YouTube? I can't even remember the damn title. The Black Congressional Caucus. That's it. That's them. That's them. That's them. That's them. The Moors, the Kemit, Egyptians, and the Hamites. They're a part of the Black Congressional Caucus. Those are those niggas. That's who those niggas are. See, and it be those niggas that come and try to tell us Oh, no, that's not. No, we know what this shit is. I can see this shit for what it is. We know what this shit is. We know what this shit is. I know who the peoples are, and I know where those peoples come from, and I know where their doctrines come from. I know where that sun god doctrine come from. I know where the ISIS doctrine come from. I know where those doctrines come from. They all come from Egypt. Just like I said. So he interrupted my entire life. Interrupted everything. First of all, asking for a cigarette that I didn't like. Because I don't do that shit. I always approach somebody, especially if you're my brother. Can I buy this off of you? Because this is an exchange and nothing comes for free. That's the first thing that a man of God would never do. He would never expect you to come up off something without payment. Ever. That's something a bum would do. Secondly, well, that's what they are. That's what the Egyptians and them niggas are that believe in the sun god and ISIS and all that bullshit. That's who they are. But us, the Israelites, we know who our God is. And that's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, period. No sun god, no ISIS god, none of that bullshit. We know who we are. And I hate, and that's what I deal with here all the time. Because these niggas see my TikTok and my videos. They see me on the street while I'm waiting for buses or whatnot, going about my day, and feel the need to tell me this is not what you're saying is not true, this is it. Or if that's not true, this is it. No, I've traveled, I have a passport, I may not have a vehicle, but goddamn it, I have a passport. I've traveled out of this country, and I know what the peoples are. I've seen the peoples. And I know they're based off their customs and their traditions and their beliefs, you can determine where they come from. Just like I was telling him, everything is spiritual now. America is a spiritual Egypt. But there's a physical Egypt. He kept calling it the Hollywood Egypt, just like the Hollywood Israel. See, they forget all about the white people, because those are the people that are trying, those are the niggas that are trying to make the white man look good. Those are the niggas that are trying to make the white man look like not his biblical name, or the white man is not Esau. That's the new doctrine that these niggas are teaching now. Or the white man is not Esau, where specifically Esau is red and hairy. He's red because you can see his face, the blood through his skin. The white folks changed themselves from red to white. Now the stuff with the Mongolians and all the Indians, he was correct about that. But where can you find that at? 1st and 2nd Kings. That's why I specifically corrected them immediately. 1st and 2nd Kings. Because 1st and 2nd Kings talks about all these other people that came in and erased different things. And then the Europeans, Esau, replaced all those people with different peoples in those lands. The Mongolians are no different. This is why you need the Holy Spirit, because you're going to have niggas like that to just come up with all this type of bullshit, man. This is not cool. But that's what I deal with. That is the truth of what we have to. We're still fighting to this day, the Israelites. We're still to this day fighting against the Canaanites, Kemit, and those Egyptian ass niggas, man. Still to this day.